welcome back to the Black Birdshed. Yeah, I want to update you on what's going on. Didn't do a video for a couple of weeks. It's exciting times, and yeah, just found out some bad news as well. Let's get the bad news out of the way first of all. Right, so got the 3 pairs of canaries here. These are on more eggs now. Actually, this isn't bad news, but we'll get to it. Yeah, okay, so she's on eggs at the moment. She was on two eggs, and I put them back in. She may have, no, she hasn't laid another one, so there's 2 eggs in there. So I'm hoping for some lovely birds from her. The previous eggs that we had from her, from that pair, she still had the 5 young in there, so I wanted to take the eggs out, and I basically had 5 eggs, but I put 3 into this this nest down here. These weren't really, this pair wasn't, I don't think that she's fertile, the hen from this one here. She's one I had from last year. Didn't lay any, well, laid eggs but didn't do anything last year. And I checked that their eggs weren't fertile, so I put these eggs down, and they've been looking after these really well. Now there you go, these birds are it's a bit messy mess, but these birds look like they're going to be absolutely gorgeous. They're kind of very light variegated colour. Need to clean that nest up a little bit. Yeah, so I've been working in the shed today, and this is when I come to the bad news. And I noticed that the hen was sitting on, you know, sitting on there with the chicks. I'm sure she was out earlier on when I fed them, but and I looked again and I thought, well, she's in the same place. She hasn't really moved. And it was only 10 minutes ago. Put my hand in, and she's motionless. So you know, I've managed to get her out, and she's passed. So here she is here. Now she wouldn't have passed long ago, because, you know, she's not got any rigor mortis. So that's a real shame. She was got a nice variegated bird, one that I bred myself. Anyway, she's gone. But I've been hearing feeding going on all day, and I noticed that she had been in that position earlier on, and then just 10 minutes ago. So it wasn't her that was doing the feeding, so he's still feeding. So hopefully he'll rear these 3 chicks, which is great news. He's a bird I bred last year. His mother's this one down here. Now she's had a young. That's it there, and that's the father. So this green cock is the father. He's a good singer. He's very green though. So I'm not sure what this one's going to come out like. Whether it'll be green or whether it'll take a bit after her. But that's the only one that's not from this pair. So we've got 5 from this pair plus this 3, and let's hope that they rear those. So I've got to make a decision now with this one for the next round. I'll leave my zone probably. There isn't another hen I can put in with. And that's his sister up there. Yeah, these are producing really nice birds, so that's good news. Right, yeah, so a lot of lots of birds outside in the aviary, babies. There's 2 Bengalese, which actually in that nest box up there. So the ones I thought might be silver bills, they've been sat on and reared by Al Finch cross silverbill, but they're Bengalese. I've managed to catch them in here and ring them, and they're out and about there. They're quite small. I've still got to ring the other 4 Bengalese, which are out and about there, which basically nested in a box outside. Haven't managed to get to them yet. Right, the Moroccan mannequins. They are doing great. This is the that's the cock there, and the hen is on more eggs. There's at least 4 in there. I think there's 5 in there, but 4 are fertile. Now what I've done now is I've put the 2 chicks from their last go in here. So they're in the cage next to them, and they're in there with the parrotfinch chicks. So though this is actually the parents of the parrotfinch, a red throat and a yellow throat, sea green. So, and they've got red tails. So I'm just saying that they're redhead at the moment. We'll see what they colour up like. So that now means that the foster parents down here are now on. They're on one of their own eggs, but I've just flipped that down and put some dummy eggs. So there's 3 dummy eggs in there at the moment, and the plan is that I will just check on these. Once I know which ones of these are fertile, I'll put the parrotfinch ones into here, and they'll reel some more parrotfinch, hopefully. So that seems to be the only way I can get them to breed successfully. Let's have a look at these. So you can see the difference in size. I've only just put these parrotfinches in, so you can see they're a bit out of breath. That one at the back there has got its mouth open. Absolutely gorgeous birds, really do. I think they look fantastic. The middle one seems to have a little bit underneath its beak, a lighter colour. So I'm not sure how these colour up. They've got this red rump, and that's all I can identify in any sort of colour at the moment, apart from this greenness that they've got, this sort of very dark green, which is relatively it's not quite so bright as the adult and their father. So we'll see. We'll have to just work out. Well, we'll have to just watch and find out what they come out as, whether they're going to be like the father or like the mother or whatever. Yeah. And the mannequins there, the Moluccans, they will also molt into a more adult plumage. At the moment, you can see they're definitely Moluccans with the wing. And if I show you what the father looks like, the chest area and a real defined black head will be their adult plumage. So I'll just leave these together probably for a few weeks, just so I can keep an eye on them, and then I'll catch those and I'll put those out in the aviary. But at the moment they've got a sort of fawn finch mix. I'm still giving them some soft food. There's the parents, or what they think are the parents. They've really done well. Now I could try those with chestnut mannequins, because we have got more eggs in this box up here. There's more chestnut mannequin eggs in here. What I really need is to set up another pair of fosters, because as you can remember, we had 2 in here that were doing okay, and then they just stopped feeding. One was dead. I put the other one up there. Well, it didn't actually manage to survive. So whether they realised it wasn't from the original 2 and just stopped feeding it, or whether it was just too weak from being underfed over here. There's one of the parents of these eggs. Now, good news, we've got the golden finch from the little box outside. That's fledged now. It was only one. He's fledged. He's in such good condition. He's a really lovely bird, and he's or she is out in the aviary, and they're loving it, flying around. I've also got the Bengalese. There's one silverbill finch out there which I haven't managed to catch yet, which I've got a ring. It's just a chocolate one. I'm not even sure which cage that came from. Oh, sorry, which nest box that came from. Right, the See who's in here. I'm going to put the flash on. See if they just pop off the nest a little bit. Right, he's off. The male's on there, so that's the male there, redhead. Let's just check these out first. So yesterday I had a quick look at these just to see how they. Just going to check if the eggs were fertile or not, and straight away I noticed that there was chicks. Now there's 3 more eggs. So these are quite well developed chicks now, and there's still 3 eggs. They look like they were fertile. So I'm a bit concerned that if these if these hatch out, they'll be a bit behind. One on the left is a bit more developed than the second one. Yeah, nice birds. Well, lovely little chicks. And they've done well. I've done well out of these, to be fair. Oh, there he is. He wants to go back on. They're good parents. And a lot of people say that golden finches aren't good parents, but if you do get a pair that that are good, you need to use them as much as you can. He's a nice bird. It's not a massive bird. He's lovely colours though. The hen's quite a big bird. So we've got. I think out of there we've got the book here. So look. Here he is. He's feeding them. So that's absolutely fantastic news. But he's still feeding those chicks. So I've got good hopes there. But let's not count our chicks, as I say. Right. So the golden finches. So the pair that's outside, who are nesting outside, the orange head with the black-headed white one, they've had this year 4 now. 4 young. They had 3 which was hatched in December actually. Crossed that of this season though, because they didn't fledge until January. And they've had the one outside which hatched on mid-May. No, early June. And then the other one, this pair over here, they've already had 2, and they should be a slightly bigger bird, but I haven't noticed that they are that much bigger. 2, and now we've got another 2 that have just hatched. So yeah, I'm not doing too bad. There's only really 2 pairs that do well for me, or I really got paired up. Next plan is that there's a redhead, purple-breasted bird out there which I bred, and a black-headed, white-breasted hen from a cock from the one pair and a hen from the other pair. I want to put them together, and whether that's going to be in the new cage down here, probably will try that. It worked last time when I paired them up and left them together for they did make a nest. I can't remember if they had success initially, but then a few months later when I moved them back into the aviary, they sort of stayed bonded and became a bonded pair. So I'll try and do the same thing again. Put them together for enough time and they tend to bond, rather than just letting them find their own partner. That is possibly the hen. I think that's the hen, just the mother of the one that's outside. Yellow ring, yeah. That won't be the one I'm going to be using. But yeah, this is the new cage down here. Now, yeah, I've got on really well with this now. So I hope to finish it today, but I haven't quite managed to. I've got the cage front can go on here. That's ready to go on, and the holes are there and everything. And I've got the cage front to go on the side, on this side. Tray is made for here. I just haven't got around to varnishing it and painting it. This tray here is varnished and it's painted. I've just got a screw in there at the moment. I forgot to get the little knobs like that, so that's got something I've got to get. This tray obviously comes in and out like that. And the other tray goes into here and it fits in absolutely perfect. I've got to sand it down a little bit and it'll just, yeah, even better fit. The two trays in there are just in there. Now I've put a piece of perspex here, and the tray goes right around that corner, hence that's why there's two trays. I basically put this tray in first, this tray goes in second, and then it allows me to move this tray into position, and the trays go underneath the partition through there, so they just slide in and out of there. I can only get to them, well, I can put my hand into here and get my hand push it through that way, but I can only get to them and pull them out through this gap here. Hence, this tray can move right across, and that's why the trays just go underneath like that. But I would be able to remove this tray and this tray independently and clean them whenever I wanted. There's no gap there for the birds to get through, and so these two cages can be cleaned independently. That will be a bit trickier and can only be done if I remove both of these trays, but you know, I've just put this in today as well. This has just been glued and screwed in, polyfilled here, so that'll be sanded down and that'll be painted and everything, and then we'll put the holes in here for this cage front here. This cage will hold a place for putting nests, but that it is here unfortunately, so it's too close to this one. Unless I try to invert the cage, which I could possibly do. Yeah, so if I can, if I invert the cage, I can get the cage door here for the nest, and obviously this one it'll be on here, so I can probably work with it. I'll have perhaps the cage for nesting here for the Goldings, if I do put Goldings in here, and not bother with using that side there. There's also a cage door on for a nest pan on this one, but I want to keep away from putting stuff down here. It's very hard to get to. That nest box up there is really hard to get to. It sort of gets in the way of me servicing this area over here. So yeah, now I've put some felt pen lines on it, just really roughly put them on, and it's just so the birds know that there's something there. While we're here, and we've got eggs under here, and this cock's on his own now. Well, and this, so the hen that's in there, they're away from the two youngsters over here now. I'm pretty sure they're weaned. If they're not, if I don't see them feeding, I'll send him back over. Now, I'm going to pull the partition out now. So this is the first time that these birds have seen this area. What I've done is I've basically put a hook in the roof, and I've hung a bit of wood that I found, and I've screwed another piece of wood across it, and that'll just rotate round. So it's in the middle. I've got nothing going to the sides. I don't want them sitting right in the corner and then peering on the edges, so that's hanging in the middle, similar to the ones above. Let's just see what happens. Right, so the partition's coming out now. Now I've cut this partition in a few times. I've cut this ledge in here so that this can come out, this tray here from above, and then I've had to cut it short here as well so that this can come out. One thing I can't do is pull this out while there's a nest box here. Right, now they're being introduced. Oh, by the way, I've put a metal piece at the back there, like I have there. Okay, so this front, sorry, this partition number 6, that's been in there months. absolutely months. So we've now got a totally different cage for them. So well, it's not totally different. This is they're used to, obviously, and he's a bit tentative. Is he going to go over there? This is a bit more of a formal cage. 2 straight, full length dowels there. This one's slightly bigger than that one, and then there's a dowel at the top there which is connected by one of these wing nuts. There's their water. They've got the grit. Could put food there, but with the foreign finches I tend to put it inside. Now he's nearly went across them. Yeah, there's a bit of perspex. It's just something I got from work. It's something that was a display of some sort. So next time she comes out of the nest, she's going to be quietly surprised that there's something different. I have had that door out just to like paint in a few places at the back of there, but when I get the chance, once this is empty, I will give that a second coat. Although it looks pretty good. I've got this obsession with painting stuff that no one really sees, but the birds will see that. That window's fairly clean compared to that one, but there's enough dirt on the outside there for them not to know to try and fly through it. Oops. Yeah, so I'll put the camera in and see if he comes across. Yeah, he doesn't want to land. He's just being a bit a bit frightened of it at the moment. Well, it seems he doesn't want to come across yet. He's being shy. Right, okay. What else do we talk about? No, that's about it really. Yeah, so I've rung these birds now. In fact, these parrot finches, all the birds that I've bred, the foreign finches, that includes any bird that really is not a canary. 101, 102, 103, their numbers are. I've got these rings that go up to 120, so in fact I ordered some more of those now. So since I did start doing the bird breeding, that's how many reviews. Yeah, so in fact we've actually went to 105, 106 now. Those 2 Bengalese, the Golden was 103. And the silver will be 104 once I've caught it. So I've got to put rings on. Anyway, yeah. So there's an update on the cage. As you can see, he could actually fly into there, and if the perspex partition wasn't there, he could also fly into that one and into that one. So we've now got a run of 1, 2, 3, and that bit in the corner is going to be shared with whichever 4 and 5 cages, and I can put them out however I want, and in fact I could even have them all open and the birds flying all around there, and at any point I can partition them and separate them up and catch birds easier. So yeah, I like it. I'm well happy with it. I've still got a tiny bit of work to do, a bit more touching up to do there, and I've got to finish this tray off, which I'll probably crack on with now. So yeah, so sorry I couldn't show you him going into the new part of the cage, but a little bit of an update on what we've been what's been going on over the last 2 weeks. So yeah, thanks very much for watching, and if you do like the videos, please hit the like button, and if you haven't seen the videos before and you want to watch more, please subscribe, and yeah, look after your birds, and have a great summer. Take care. Bye.